The most important thing to know before you start working with filters is that if you simply select the filter from the list, Photoshop is going to apply that filter and make a permanent change to your image. For example, if I choose the filter menu and then select Stylize and then choose Oil Paint, if I click OK in order to apply that, Photoshop's made a permanent change to this image. If I save and close the file, then I wouldn't be able to get back to the original information, nor would I be able to change the options for the filter. So let's undo that using Command-Z on Mac or Control-Z on Windows. And I'm going to convert this layer into a smart object. I can do that by going under the Layer menu and choosing Smart Objects, Convert to Smart Object. Or from the Layers panel, I can right-click and choose to Convert Smart Object. But I can also use the Filter menu and choose to Convert for Smart Filters. That's going to convert my image into a smart object. We can see on the Layers panel, it's converted it from a background layer to a smart object. Now, there are many advantages to applying your filters as smart filters to smart objects. They're non-destructive and they're re-editable. They can be blended with a layer by changing the opacity or by applying different blend modes, and they have their own filter mask. In addition, they can be applied to more than one layer if you convert multiple layers into a single smart object. So let's choose Filter, and then Stylize, and then Oil Paint again. And this time I'll accept the standard settings. By the way, there is a preview icon here if we wanted to see a preview. And click OK. Now, if we look in our Layers panel, we'll see that we have our smart object and our smart filter. If I want to make changes to the smart filter, I just need to double-click on the name of the smart filter. That would bring up the options, and I could make my changes and apply them. If I wanted to change the opacity or the blend mode of the filter, I could double-click on the icon to the right of the filter name, and then change the blend mode, or change the opacity of the filter. And if I wanted the filter to only show up in select areas, I could click on the mask for the smart filter, select my gradient tool by tapping the G key, select a radial gradient, and I'm going to paint from black to white, starting in the center of the image and dragging out. And we can see that on the layer mask, where the mask is black, it's hiding the filter in the center of the image and slowly revealing it as it gradiates to white along the edges. Before we wrap up, just one thing to make note of. If you go to the Filter menu and there are filters that are grayed out, it might be because either they don't support smart objects, or you might be working in 16-bit because there are a lot of filters, including the filter gallery, that can only be applied to images that are in 8-bit. So now that you know about the benefits of working with smart objects and smart filters, in the next few movies, we'll take a look at a few more examples of using filters to enhance and sharpen our images.